my name is Jan Höller and I'm a principal researcher at Ericsson Research, where I'm driving Internet of Things research since the past 10 years or so. The Internet of Things has become a buzzword around industries in the past 2 years, and I'm here to tell you what the Internet of Things is about, the technologies, and what we are doing to make Internet of Things happen. In essence, the Internet of Things is about creating a digital representation of the real world. Anything that we're interested in monitoring or controlling from the real world, we create a digital representation of that. It can be, for instance, a building where you have a real estate owner that is interested in knowing what the condition of the building is in real time. So for that, we populate the building with sensors that can measure temperature, air quality, people occupancy, you have access controls to different doors, etc. All of this creates a vast amounts of data that is fed up into the cloud so that we can build applications on top of it for different purposes. All of this sounds very abstract, but it is really easy because you only need 3 basic building blocks. First, you need the devices that you instrument into the environment. Secondly, you need the networks that actually connect the devices. And thirdly, you need intelligent software that makes sense of all the data that you are collecting. So these are the 3 components that are needed to make everyday objects appear to be smart. The need to do remote monitoring and control of things is not new. But the current practice is that you take your problem that you have and look at building a solution that is solving that single problem. Deploying the device, building the network, building the application. And this has resulted in stovepipe, very problem-specific oriented solutions. Secondly, each industry have been solving their own technology needs for themselves, and this has resulted in technology fragmentation. Very many legacy technologies and proprietary technologies. And we see 2 developments that are needed here that we are driving. The first one is to move away from these stovepipe kind of solutions towards something that is horizontally oriented. Reuse of standardized technology components on the devices, on the networks, and on the software side. And the second part is how can we actually reduce technology fragmentation by moving to state-of-the-art technologies and using the TCP/IP stack for these different devices that we see are needed in the field. When it comes to devices and the need for technology consolidation, we are driving the use of the standard TCP/IP stack and also the use of standard web technologies to help application developers build applications. It's fully possible today to put a tiny web server on a small microcontroller device like this one that actually holds both memory, input-output, and radio and antenna on this single chip. But not only that, we also need to further look at how the interfaces to the devices are developing and decouple the devices from the actual applications and make the device application independent, make them simple, have interfaces that just tell and report, for instance, the sensor data that the devices are exposing. A really interesting context where all of this come together is the smart sustainable city, where we see a number of different infrastructures, transportation infrastructure, utility with electricity and energy, district heating and cooling, waste management, all of this to be integrated into a common platform that can really optimize the workings of the city and the operations of the city for all the stakeholders involved, enterprises, citizens, municipalities, and so on. So we see that the Internet of Things is a key transformation agent moving into the networked society. So to summarize, the Internet of Things is about creating a digital representation of the real world. And we are part of driving the technology development on the device side, the networks, and the intelligent software. And if you're interested to know more about the Internet of Things, we have recently published this book where you can read more. And please also follow us on our research blog. I hope that you find this Tech Talk of interest to you, and thank you very much for watching.